Hello, my name is Bryce, and how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So I'm going to be talking with you today, and I'm your counselor here, and I just want you to let you know that you can, talk to me about anything, and for the most part, it'll stay, right here with us. But I do have to let you know that, if I do hear things about you wanting to harm yourself or harm others, then I would need to get other parties involved. But regardless, I'm here for you, and this is your time, and I'm happy to talk with you about anything that's on your mind.
Okay.
And I'm
Um,
sorry, what's your name?
my name's Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Um, so with the confidentiality, um, so like I don't want to be put away. Like I do think about wanting to harm myself sometimes, but I don't really have like a plan necessarily. Sometimes I just think, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I use drugs, and sometimes I just think that maybe I can just take more and not wake up. But like I've never done it, and I don't like have a plan to do it. I do think about it sometimes.
Okay, so I see. So sometimes you're just feeling very low and you're maybe thinking about those thoughts or actions you could take, but you never get to the point where you would actually think on acting.
Right. I'm trying to quit using drugs because I just met someone, and um he's not interested in me doing drugs anymore. And I understand. I get it. It's just really hard. I don't, first of all, I don't think I'm even good enough for him. Like, he's absolutely amazing, and I'm nothing. I'm worthless. I'm a drug user, and everybody has thrown me away. And like, what does he see in me? Like, why does he want to be with me? But I'm trying to be normal. Like, and normal to me is like not using drugs and being able to feel the feelings that normal people do. But like I don't think I can be normal. And it really, that's what really pushes me to the edge of feeling like maybe I'm just not supposed to be here.
So it sounds like you really want to, you say be normal, but right now you kind of feel like you have to almost be using the drugs in order to feel that way. And you maybe feel like you're undeserving of this person that you've started to see, and you want to be, the person that you feel that you need to be for that relationship, but you have some thoughts of just not being enough. Does that sound right?
Well, yeah. I mean, my whole life I've not been enough. I mean, my even my own parents, like my dad used drugs with me, and he just treats me like crap. And um my mom, she's says I'm just like my father and doesn't want much to do with me. And like my family almost make me feel like I'm a disease. So like if my own family, people who are supposed to love me unconditionally, don't, then how can I change and be this person that this man wants me to be? And he says he knows I can be this person, and like he sees underneath me and who I really am. And I'm like, that's who I want to be, but nobody ever gave me a chance. Like what am I supposed to do?
I see. So it sounds like some of these things they started really young for you with your dad, as far as like the drugs are concerned, and there are a
Mhm.
lot of feelings of just, worthlessness that are kind of like tied to him. But I mean, what I'm also hearing is that this new person that you're seeing, they seem to be a real light in your life, almost like a beacon, something that it kind of like keeps you going and makes you want to change. And it sounds like they see a lot in you, even if it's really difficult for you to see that in yourself. Does that sound right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
almost feel like he sees a person that I used to be, that I'm just not that person anymore. I want to be that person. I'm just not. It's so hard to stay sober because when I'm not using, I have to feel these feelings that I pushed down and just buried with my drug use. And so I have to stay sober to be with him. I have to, or else he doesn't want to be with me. And I want to be that person he sees and who I used to be. But it's so hard with feeling these feelings. I have a lot of shame.
Mm. So you feel like you're under a lot of pressure where it's almost like you have to perform, you have to be this person that doesn't need drugs, or you feel like this new partner, they're just going to go away, and you very much don't want that to happen.
Hmm.
But could we circle back a little bit? You talked about how you used to be this person that maybe didn't feel like they needed to be on drugs or didn't have as many of these other problems. When was that? And could you tell me, what was going on with your life at that point in time?
I feel like it was when I was 8 years old. I mean, I'm 31 now. Can that person even still be? It was before
Mm.
my parents divorced. My dad started using after my mom and dad divorced, or at least that's when I started noticing, at least. I don't know. My mom says he's always been like this.
So 8 years old was the real turning point where you feel like you went from uh, someone who didn't struggle with these things as much to someone that kind of had to be dealing with these negative thoughts like for a very long time now. It sounds like
Mhm.
22, 23 years.
Mhm.
So you feel like
Right.
it's been a problem for that long.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you
And
have you
now
ever
now I just need to be clean and all
Mhm.
that. I mean, there's a lot that has happened to me over those times. And now I just need to be clean and that's why that's why my boyfriend suggested I start seeing somebody because he noticed that I wasn't okay.
Hmm. Have you seen someone before, or is this the first time that you're coming in for counseling?
I mean, I've tried to see people before, but I just feel like nobody gets me. So I go for a little bit and then I leave. I mean, I also been hospitalized before. I did try to commit suicide before, but it was
Mm.
unsuccessful.
Okay, so you have attempted before. When was that? How long ago was that that you attempted?
Um, I was I was about 18.
Okay.
Yeah. I used more drugs than I should have and I knew it, but I didn't want to be here, but for some reason I was brought back. So
Okay. Would you mind telling me what kind of drugs you're using then, or might still be using now?
I haven't used in 2 weeks, but
Okay.
I was using heroin then. I haven't used
Right.
heroin in a year, but
Mhm.
um I most recently had been using like bath salts and meth,
Okay.
but
And so,
I overdosed with heroin.
okay, wow. So was it then like an overdose kind of on purpose, not an accident?
It was on purpose.
Okay, I see. And so then you were hospitalized, you were able to recover, and I see. Okay.
Yeah. And even then nobody was at my bedside. Nobody
Okay. So
cared.
so you felt very alone and unsupported at that time. Your family wasn't around, and you
No.
didn't have any friends or anything like that. Okay.
No.
How did you get through that time?
Drugs. I just
More
did more
drugs.
drugs. Yeah.
Okay. And so that's always kind of been like your crutch. You feel like since you didn't have like the social supports that you needed to get through these really difficult times in your life, that's when you would kind of turn to the drugs to kind of get through it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. And so right now, you feel like you still need to use those drugs as a crutch, and you feel like even with this partner, you're just still not supported in the way that you'd like to be.
No, I feel like he supports me. It's just I'm just scared, I guess. I've never had to deal with my feelings
Hmm.
before. And like I want to be normal. I want the things that I know I can have if I stay with him,
Hmm.
but I'm really struggling to stay sober. And I do question if I'm good enough for him. Like he's got everything together. And when I met him, I was homeless, sleeping on couches that I could just find, and he brought me into his home. And like he is a great support system. It's just I don't know if I can be who he thinks that I am or who I once was. I want to be that person though. And that's why I'm here with you, because I need help to stay sober. And if I do lose this, I if I lose this relationship, don't think that I don't think that I will make it. I I don't know. I don't know if I'm good enough though. I'm
Gotcha.
so confused.
So it sounds like there's just a lot riding on this relationship. You've kind of put yourself in this situation where there's so much pressure, and you're maybe even feeling that pressure from this person that you've started to see,
Mhm.
and even though you're not, doesn't sound like you have like a whole lot of suicidal thoughts right now, but you're worried that if things maybe don't work out, you might get to a point where that would be something that would cross your mind.
Yeah.
Okay. And
And
so
there are occasions that I do think about it. But it's just brief. Only it's mainly times that I screw up. Like,
how do you screw up?
I don't know, like I make bad choices. Like I know he's asked me not to drink liquor because I don't hold my liquor well. So I did take a shot or two, and then he found out about it and he was disappointed. And like I was like, oh great, here I am screwing up again. I'm gonna screw this relationship up. So that like times like that, I do feel like, what's the point?
Hmm. So you feel like you just don't have a whole lot of hope of like getting to that point where, it wouldn't be a constant struggle for you to try to stay away from these substances. Like
Yeah.
you almost feel trapped in a way where like you just can't break the cycle.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I know you had said earlier that you had seen some counselors before, but it never really worked out because you didn't really have that connection. I'd like to talk a little bit about that, about like what kind of connection you're kind of looking for. But then something else that I think we should talk about is if you've ever maybe tried some of these programs that are built specifically for people that are struggling with these problems, and maybe getting you connected with other individuals who, could kind of like support you through this. I mean, I think it's wonderful that you have this partner that really wants to see you get better, but maybe this person wouldn't be able to relate to what you're going through as much as someone who it sounds like hasn't struggled with these same things, and
Yeah.
that you have. And so, yeah, I know that's a lot. I'll ask one thing at a time here. So, as far as the connection with previous counselors, what did they not understand, or what was like yeah, the disconnect with them?
I feel like it was just maybe a little bit of me. I do have a hard time opening up fully. But then I also feel like it's a little bit of them. Like I'm not looking to just sit and talk. Like if I
Mm,
wanted to talk to somebody, I could talk to myself or talk to something that is not going to judge me. I
right.
feel judged. Um, so like if there was something more than just talking, like I'm tired of talking. Um, and then they leave. If I do start to get comfortable, they leave, and then I don't have the counselor anymore, and I have to start over again with somebody new.
The counselor leaves?
Yeah, like the counselor leaves the facility. I've had that happen a few times.
Okay.
Then I
So
start all over again.
so it sounds like you've talked a lot about these issues, at this point, you just want to see results. You want solutions,
Right.
want to move forward. That's your
Yes.
main objective right now. You don't need to be understood as much as you need kind of a game plan and resources to change.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that's great. And that actually leads right into the second thing that I wanted to talk about that I had mentioned before. Have you tried something like AA or something similar to that that would be for like other substances where like you're connected with an organization that can like really help you to tackle this problem?
So I haven't used anything. Mm-mm.
Okay. So that's something that we can definitely, get you set up with. And I think that, I mean, it sounds like you're ready. It sounds like you have some support in your life that would love for you to go down this road too. And so, I mean, I don't want to sound too hopeful, but it sounds like you're in a great position to really make some progress with this problem that you've had for over 20 years now. And I'm very happy to help you do that. Does that sound like it would be a good thing? Something
Yeah.
that you would be interested in trying?
Yeah. I'll try anything at this point.
Okay. And so, honestly, maybe not today, but after our session, I can make some appointments for you to basically go to one of these facilities, talk to some people, and that's something that maybe you could get started on tomorrow if you have the time.
Well, can I just ask, you're talking about like outpatient, right? Not inpatient?
Yes, I'm talking about outpatient. I'm
Okay.
not talking about you going and staying somewhere. It doesn't sound like I mean, I don't know a whole lot about your situation, but it doesn't sound like you're in a place right now where that would be necessary. But it does sound like you're frustrated, you're tired of going through this cycle and that you could definitely, engage in some outpatient sort of I don't want to call it counseling, but I'm not sure what to call it, but that would be like really helpful for you, and especially if you can get in touch with some other people because uh these things that you're going through, you're not the only person. I know they can make you feel worthless, make it feel like you're the only one that has this problem, but you're not. There are plenty of other people that have been you know going through similar things to you, and who have made it out the other side and have been clean for a long time, and I think you're definitely capable of that too. And if you were to get in touch with those people, I think that it would be a beautiful thing that could, really get your life going in a direction you would want it to go.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. And so, I know we talked about a lot today, but is there anything else that you'd like to talk about right now?
I don't think so. I think we pretty much covered it for now.
Okay. So, yeah, like I said, I think that we should definitely get you set up with one of these organizations, these outpatient places, and hopefully get you into a group kind of setting where you can kind of mutually support one another. And yeah, I think that would be great. And so I also, though, before we finish here, I know that we did talk a little bit about self-harm and that was something that you had thought about and even attempted in the past and something that you consistently struggle with. I want to let you know that if you're ever feeling that way for any reason, you can always reach out to me. I'm also going to give you a couple other numbers that you could reach out to as well. Uh, Again, I don't think right now that you're in immediate danger of these things. I don't think that you need to go to a facility or anything like that. So I'm not going to bother even with the suicide assessment because it doesn't sound like you're there right now. But I am here for you, and if you would ever need anything, I just want to let you know that I'm someone that you can turn to. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Great. Well, Amanda, it was nice meeting you today. We're going to be in touch very soon here because I'd like you to be in touch with those facilities. But if you don't have anything else, then I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay. Bye.